Hello ProjectMoshPit, my name is Mefesto, I'm a Wi-Fi battler from Russia, and today I'm going to be bringing you an OU game against CheeseByMyself, a match that we had during the Revelations Tournament semifinals, and I'm going to try my best to explain to the fullest what was going on in my head during the game. Also, English is not my native language, so excuse any mistakes I make during the commentary. And please don't even ask how I ended up being in the tournament. It's quite a long story, but to make it short, I went to America to study, and I've been there for like a whole month. And it turned out that the tournament was in the city I was staying at, so here we are, I guess. Cheese is going to be using a Sun team, and I'm going to be using a regular Sandstorm team. And my main goal for the game is to get up my rocks and not let him spin them away for the Volcarona. So I'm going to lead off with my T-Tar, and he's going to lead off with his Ninetales, and I'm going to get my Sand up because I'm slower. And first turn, I'm going to get a little bit of hacks. He's going to go for the Will-O-Wisp and miss as I go for the Stealth Rock. And I wanted to get up my rocks even though he has a spinner, but I just don't want the Volcarona to come in freely. So right now I'm going to go into my Latios to take the Will-O-Wisp because I'm a Specs Latios, and Latios doesn't mind the burn all that much. And looking at his team, nothing really wants to take a Draco Meteor except for the Heatran. Since the Heatran doesn't have reliable recovery, I can get some damage on him with a Draco Meteor and then work around him accordingly. And I didn't want to go for the Surf in case he predicted my Heatran prediction and went into Venusaur. So yeah, that's exactly what happens. I get with the Stealth Rock support, I do about half to him, but now I'm going to go into my T-Tar to wall this Heatran, and he goes to the rocks, and since I don't have a spinner, I won't be able to get them out of the field. And right here, I'm going to double switch into my Rotom, predicting him to go into Blastoise and spin away the rocks, because T-Tar can do all that much to Blastoise, but he decides to go for the Protect. Now he's going to go for the Protect again, as I'm going to go for the Volt Switch, but since I'm a lefties Rotom with almost max special attack, I can switch up moves, and I'm going to go for the Hydro Pump right here, as he stays in, and this will take him out because, as I said earlier, I am almost fully invested in special attack and I'm modest. So down goes the Heatran, which is great. It was the only thing that was taking Draco Meteors on his team, so I can freely just spam them now. He goes into Blastoise though, and I'm going to go for the Volt Switch, get a lot of damage in this thing. I knew it wouldn't kill, and I knew what he was trying to do. He was trying to Rapid Spin, so I'm just going to bring in my Terrakion freely pretty much, because Rapid Spin does absolutely no damage, and I can hit something with a close combat. I thought I'm going to do a lot of damage to anything that comes in, but he goes into this Venusaur, and judging by the damage, it's a defensive Venusaur, and most likely he has Leech Seed and, you know, Substitute and all. But I'm just gonna switch out into my Terrakion in case he has not Terrakion, T-Tar, in case he has Giga Drain. I just want to check. But he goes to the Leech Seed. It still doesn't confirm whether he doesn't have Giga Drain or not. But he can't do all that much to my T-Tar, but right here I think I was predicting the Sleep Powder, so I went into my Latios and he predicted that and went for the Leech Seed again, which was a good play on his part. And my Latios is gonna be taken down by not taken down, but it's gonna like take a lot of damage from Burn, Sandstorm, and Leech Seed. And right here I'm gonna switch into my T-Tar in case he had the Protect, because I think I would have died if I stayed in for one more turn. So, but he goes into Ninetales. I don't know, maybe Death Foddering it. I'm not sure. But he's gonna go for the Solar Beam now, and since the sun is up, he's gonna, you know, get it in one turn. As I'm gonna reset up my rocks. I just need them on the field, and I'm gonna try not to let the Blastoise spin them away. So right here, I believe I'm gonna switch out, predicting the Blastoise to come in, or oh no, I just switch into my Latios to Death Fodder it pretty much, because well, I just want to see what he does. So he goes into this Venusaur, and I'm gonna bring in my T-Tar just to set up the Sand and to get rid of his Chlorophyll boost, and I'm gonna leave my T-Tar in as a sleep fodder pretty much, because none of my guys want to take this sleep right now. So he's gonna do just that, and at this point I know pretty much his whole moveset. I'm assuming his last move is Hidden Power Fire, not the Giga Drain, but I'm gonna go into my Gliscor now just to activate my Toxic Orb in case I wake up with my T-Tar anytime soon, and then I'm gonna have a Pokemon that is poison that can, you know, take the sleep. So he's gonna go for the Leech Seed on the switch. Now I'm gonna go into my Terrakion, thinking that he cannot really touch me. and he does go for the hidden power fire, and since I have the sandstorm boost, it does like about rapid spin damage. So right here I'm gonna predict his switch out, and plus I don't want to take I don't want to risk the Stone Edge miss, so I'm gonna go for the close combat. As he predicts that, I guess, and stays in and goes to the Leech Seed, which was a good play on his part. And it looks like it might be a 3-hit KO, maybe a 4-hit KO after Leech Seed, but I'm gonna go for the close combat again, as he's gonna predict my switch and go for the Leech Seed right here. And right here is quite an important play. I'm going to switch into my Rotom, predicting him to Death Fodder off his Blastoise, and I don't want that to happen because if that is the case, then he's going to be able to bring in a Pokemon accordingly to my Terrakion with -3 defenses, locked in on close combat, and Leech Seeded. And it's hard to explain, but like, you see what I mean? So I go into my Rotom, and that's exactly what happens, and I can just kill off this Blastoise with Volt Switch. And even though he gets Switch Initiative, I don't have a -3 Terrakion Leech Seeded locked into close combat on the field, if you see what I mean. So he's gonna go into his Terrakion, and that's kind of suspicious. I'm assuming he's either scarfed or just bluffing. But to be safe, I'm going to go into my Gliscor, and he double switches into Ninetales, either predicting that or he just doesn't want to risk the speed tie. But I don't want to take a sun boosted flamethrower, so I'm going to go into my T-Tar, reset up the sand as he's going to go for the flamethrower. And right here I was thinking, none of my guys want to take a solar beam, although it's going to be 2 turns, he can pretty much freely go for it. Or he might go for the flamethrower. I was predicting anything but Will-O-Wisp right here, and he predicts that and goes for the Will-O-Wisp, which was a great move, nailing my Terrakion on the switch. But even though my Terrakion is burned, I can still use him to kill off this Ninetales and then kill off his Volcarona with Stone Edge. So I'm gonna actually opt to preserve my T-Tar right here, not T-Tar, Terrakion, as he goes into his own Terrakion. And since I won the Weather War, I can freely just Death Fodder my Terrakion. I don't want to take unnecessary damage on my Gliscor, even though it is a close combat and it's not gonna do all that much. But still, T-Tar did his job, and plus the Venusaur is really low, and in the sand, all of my guys are faster than it. So on the switch out, I'm gonna get a free Swords Dance up. He goes into Venusaur, and as I said, since it is a defensive Venusaur, I will be able to outspeed him with my Gliscor and take him out with his EQ. So yeah, exactly what happens, and all he has left is a Volcarona and a Terrakion. So right here he's going to go into his Volcarona, and look, I'm at 310 HP, which is 88%. He's going to go for the Fire Blast and miss. And that miss right there did not matter because I have 88 EVs in special defense, and we did the calc after, and the maximum damage output with this Fire Blast was 88%, 83%, so I would have lived it regardless. So that Fire Blast kind of did not matter in the long run because I still had a full health Jirachi, and he had this Terrakion which turned out to be scarfed, so it wasn't that big of a threat. And that was pretty much it. That was the game. He decides to run because he cannot do anything to me. I had a pretty much full health Gliscor right here. But it was a great game, Cheese by myself. I really enjoyed this match. It was probably one of the best matches I had during the tournament. And I ended up losing in the finals to PK because I wasn't ready for the Azumarill and the Life Orb Starmie. And they kind of wrecked my team. But still, it was a fun experience, and if you enjoyed this narration, swing by my channel. I have, a lot of stuff, including Pokemon, Call of Duty, Minecraft, Plants vs. Zombies, Team Fortress 2, and just Pokemon LPs. I have a lot of stuff on my channel. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and comment on it. And yeah, I guess that's about it. I'm Mefesto.